Hi friends, David here from Learn Stage Lighting, and today we want to look at and review here for our gear channel the Volux Flaris Blade, also known as a fixture you can use in place of a gym. No, seriously though, there's a lot of cool things under the hood with this fixture. It's not for everyone, but if it is for you, it's really for you. Let's take a look. Okay, so the Volux Flaris Blade is, as I kind of get laid out here, a multifunctional, professional-grade unit fixture that is designed as a couple things. First and foremost, number one, is it is a strobe with RGB cells. Okay, so there's 16 cells across this strip light, and each cell has RGBW, which typically is not super bright on a lot of strobe / blinder fixtures. On these, they're nuts bright. And then there's the 16 white strobe cells. So it's actually RGBW cells and strobe cells, and it's IP65 outdoor rated, so you can get wet, it can stay outside, no problems there. And it's really, really bright. It also has the ability to connect via DMX or ArtNet, and just generally does what it's supposed to, which is what we always look for here. A couple of things that are unique about it before we get too far in is, one, there is a diffuser, which this one broke in shipping slightly. There's a little divot there, so you might see that. But there's a diffuser that slides in, and I've got this bracket on it right now, that we'll pop over to the top view real quick and show you here that this diffuser very simply slides in this way and allows you to diffuse the fixture itself. That gives it yet another purpose with the diffuser in. It actually does a really good job at lighting backdrops, walls, anything that you want to just wash with a bunch of light. When you stick the diffuser on, it does that well. Hanging options. In the box, it should come with, according to the specs, the very standard, this is a floor mounting Omega bracket adapter. So basically, you loosen this knob up. It has indented hardware, which is great because then it's easier to tighten down in the precise spot you want. It has little catches. It's not just free floating. This part attaches to the fixture right on the back. Spots for Omega brackets here and here. And then on this part, you attach the Omega bracket with the clamp to hang it in a typical horizontal hanging. But wait, there's more if you call now. There is also a mounting bracket at the top here that you can add, and it can pin fixtures together through the hardware on the sides here. So I've got this Omega bracket here on the top, holding that in. But then if I pop the pin, it's just like a line array. Pop the pin, pull off the bracket, and the same Omega bracket mounts to this one for vertical hanging. And then you've got this hardware on right there for pinning multiple fixtures together, and the other end would have a receiver, right? On the back, we've got handles. We also have the LCD. Volux likes this style with the kind of buttons here, touchless buttons, and well, I guess you still have to touch them, but they're not pushy, right? Handles, Omega bracket options, power and data outs, ins, ArtNet in and out by the LCD. This guy is a bit of a hunk. He's a little bit of a chunker, so you definitely can get your day's workout just going like this with it. But, that's what you get for 700 watts of LED strobe. So, now that we've looked at the physical, we've looked at the things it does, let's go ahead and get her plugged up and see what it really does, okay? Because, ultimately, you can look at the physical and you could jabber about that all day long, but who really cares if it doesn't look awesome when it lights up, right? Any fixture from Volux is going to come with power and DMX cables and a safety cable for free. Okay, so I've got this on and I've got it in green right now. And so a couple things we notice. It's blindingly bright at full. So let's just run a couple things on it here. You can see, you know, if we're looking for the in the haze look, you get it shooting out of the camera's lens, and it's this really cool curtain of light kind of shining at everything. It's quite wide, probably around 100, 120 degrees, and just kind of throws light everywhere like you would expect from a typical blinder type fixture, okay, or blinder hybrid or whatever you want to call this type of thing. So you can see, I mean, it's a lot of light coming out of this thing, shooting out of there. Looks really great. And so let me just toss a quick safety cable on it just for kicks. So what we've got here, I know you can't see me. Well, actually you can on the other camera, but we'll keep this on our main camera here, is as we noted, we've got red, green, blue, white, full color mixing out of the cells, right? So we could just drag that color picker around all day long, get all sorts of colors, all the colors of the world, right? Then we have the strobe segments, and both the main and the strobe, just for you guys to know, there's a single intensity master, but then of course they're all LEDs, so the red, green, blue, and white channels are essentially masters as well. And so we bring up the strobe and we pop that up, and once again we get blinded by the strobe, which has of course a strobe channel as well as a intensity. Now you see it interacting with the camera's frame rate a little funky there when I went a little fast, but it is a very awesome effect in real life. Very cool strobe. Okay, so when this really looks cool though is when we throw it into a pixel map zone, which is why I've got it here on the computer in Onyx, as we love here. Using a pixel mapper and just throwing an animation on this, you can see where this light really starts to shine. Not only is it bright and can shoot a lot of light, but you know, it's a really cool linear bar, really smooth as those different colors fade across it. You see the animations look awesome. Really great direct view fixture for music of any sort. But then if we pop the diffuser in, which there's one side, the broken side on this one, has a shorter bumper that can slide in, and then the other side has a taller bumper that does not slide through. If I had improvement suggestions, and I will mention to them, it's that there's not really a latch or anything to keep the diffuser in, so if you use the diffuser a lot, when you turn the fixture the wrong way, it'll just try to slide out like that, and I don't love that. Other than that, everything seems to work great. And you can see with this diffuser in, wow, you know, this fixture really pops, as I hope it's coming across well in camera. I'm actually going to turn it down a little and come back, because it really looks really smooth in the animations. They look really good. There's no separation between the pixels. It's just seamless. It looks so good. And so we're just going to take that down to like 10%. It dims down to 0 really nicely, really smoothly. You know, everything it does seems to work well, like most modern fixtures. So you can kind of see there, okay, you know, it's dimmed down really low, and it's still so smooth across the whole range of the front of the fixture. Who is this good for? Who is the Flaris Blade from Volux Lighting good for? Well, that's a great question. This is not a fixture, this is not a fixture that is, I'm gonna turn it up a little, but it's not a fixture that's for a gigging band who just gigs on the weekends, right? This is something pretty serious, pretty professional grade. It's got a lot of high-end features. It looks really great on camera. It looks really great in person. It's waterproof. It's very, 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 very bright for any size stage. The fact that you have all these hardware options to be able to lock them together, use them on the ground, use them in the air, the optional accessory to use them vertically, to pin units together. There's a lot that these can do in either a rental environment or just a music venue or a church or any type of facility where you want to be able to rearrange these things on your stage, do them in all sorts of different configurations, and get great results every time. This is not somebody This is not for somebody looking at DJ level fixtures for sure. This is a full-on professional grade fixture. It's fairly heavy and it has, you know, somewhat of a professional grade price tag. But I think if you look hard at it, compare it, look at the video, look at the build quality, and you compare it spec by spec to things out from other manufacturers in the professional market, you'll find that this is a really amazing fixture for just a killer price point. They've really priced it well, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a strobe blinder type fixture that's really professional grade, you know, linking the units together, being completely toolless, having the Omega brackets in all these different configurations and a really solid build quality. It's one of those things that matters in a professional environment where you want to have quick setups, tool-free, you know, be able to rearrange things on the fly and know that the hardware is going to last and serve you for a long time. Then I would definitely take a good hard look at the Volux Flaris Blade because it's a great option. If you're not a professional user and you're not, you know, making money off these fixtures or using them in a larger setup, then head over to Learn Stage Lighting Gear. Ask us about this fixture. Let us know what you're doing and we'll let you know if it's right for you, or maybe there's something from another manufacturer that is a little bit less expensive but does everything that you would need if you don't need something quite as professional as this. Whatever it is, we love to help people here at Learn Stage Lighting Gear. We would love to help you. All you got to do is fill out our contact form or add some stuff to your cart and request a quote, and we love to help people. We want to be the place you get all of your lighting and AV equipment, and if that sounds good to you, head over to Learn Stage Lighting Gear. We'll see you guys in our next video. Thanks.